This movement also by the nomadic herdsmen, has to stop.
The governor of Ebonyi State announcing the decision of the National Economic Council against open grazing.
We agree that the most profitable way and modern way of rearing this, cattle is by ranching.
A huge relief to many who were wondering if the pronouncement would ever come.
It looks like a welcome development. It calls for us as the individual states that have been affected, especially by this farmers' herders crisis.
It is a decision many believe would help curb the bloodletting that has left parts of the country in disharmony. The military is also taking steps to ensure the affected areas are safe from harm. The Chief of Army Staff explains that reinforcement of troops will deter militia intending to cause mayhem.
Already there is a planning committee on the ground from defense headquarters who are working on this, and there are a lot of boats that have been brought in for deployment in the waters. So they should be rest assured the place will further be safe for them to go back. And as I said earlier too, certain policies or certain laws need to be reviewed.
Out of all the states affected by the herdsmen and farmers crises, Benue State in north-central Nigeria probably has faced the greatest onslaught, covering 10 local government areas where over 50 villages have been sacked, resulting in the deaths of dozens and the displacement of thousands.
I have witnessed myself the number of killings, the destruction of properties, especially buildings, the burning down of people's homes, and the destruction of their farmlands and crops. I've witnessed all these myself. You can see the magnitude of this crisis is of unimaginable proportion.
Now that it appears the smoke of violence is clearing, two worrisome issues, among others, resulting from this crisis require urgent attention by the authorities. First is the number of people displaced from their ancestral homes. The frequency of attacks on communities has created a huge task for the state government and those involved in humanitarian efforts, with food and medicine becoming increasingly harder to provide for the IDPs. Secondly, with the farmers afraid to go to their farms due to the attacks, food crises may be staring the people in the face.
The menace of a herdsman attack against our communities has made social, economic, and religious lives impossible in the affected local government areas. That is why we are complaining and crying.
Vegetable they do cheap. What they eat as they like. Now vegetable they cost. Cheese no day again. No vegetable again. No food.
The motive behind the attacks, as well as the masterminds, may remain a controversial subject for some time. But for now, all the people look forward to is to pick up the pieces and rebuild their lives from the ashes. Orelu Ashonibare, Channels Television.